Hi, how are you? I am Pete DeFazio from PJD Photography, and I'm just going to show you a little bit about this application called Portrait Professional. This is version 10, which just came out, and this is what I use to do retouching for portraits before I show any proofs to a client. This is not what I use all the time for very, very fine detail work. I still use Photoshop for that. However, for proofing, this does a really great job. And to be quite honest with you, as these versions mature, Portrait Professional is becoming quite it's becoming quite accepted in the industry as the retouching application for portraits. So what I'm going to do is show you how easy this is to use. If you look up at the right hand side here, you will see that this software does come with two examples, and we are going to be using this example here. So I'm just going to pull that up, and I'm not going to explain everything I'm doing because I want to show you how quickly we can take this picture, this very nice composition. However, there's a lot of work that can be done on this to make it great. So I'm going to show you just how quickly we can get this from here to the end result. And to do that, I'm going to start a timer, and we'll just keep this in the background there. So, well, here we go. All right, female. Now all it wants us to do is pick the points, and you can follow along. If you look at the right hand side of the screen, you'll see what it wants you to do. Now I'm just going to tell it where the eyebrows are, now the eyes. Do the other eye. And the mouth will tell it that it is closed, since it is. Basically, we're just lining up these points, and if you look at the right hand side of the screen, it gives you an example of what it expects you to do with these outlines and with these points. So very intuitive, very easy to use. I'll work on the nose here. If you take your time and do these diligently, you will end up with really, really good results. Now it just wants to know the outline of the face. And by the way, I'm clicking the space bar to go from screen to screen here. Okay, now what this is going to do is it's going to give it its best guess, and it's going to come up with a starting point of this photograph. And as you can see, that is after it's run through its process, and this is the before, and this is the after. Before and after. Okay, so now that's the basics of what it does. What I'm going to do is do a better job than that. I'm going to start by taking away imperfections in the face, and I'm using a tablet, so you can see that it's very quick. To do this with a mouse would take a lot longer, but it can be done with a mouse, so if you do have a mouse, that's fine. So we're just going to go all around here. Now, I'm obviously not going to spend a great amount of time here because I want to show you how quickly we can go from the before to the after that we're going to be generating here. So all we're doing is looking for some imperfections, and you could see that by every time I take away a little of this or a little of that, little imperfections here and there, that it's getting better and better all the time. Alright, that's it for that. Now I'm going to go work on, I think I'll work on the face, and I'm going to bring the jaw in a little bit. The eyes look okay. Let's see with the right eye here. And the left. There we go. I want to open her left eye a little better. The eyebrows look okay. I am going to lower lip. I'm going to close that down just a little bit. If you look at the lower lip there, I'm going to make that a little bit like that. And that's good for that. Now we're going to do a little finer adjustment on the skin. We're going to do some skin smoothing, remove some of the pores. Now here we're going to really work on the eyes. We're going to whiten the eyes a little bit here. We're going to brighten the eyes because the eyes should always stand out. I'm going to sharpen them. We're going to sharpen the eyebrows, darken the pupil, and now we're going to sharpen the mouth a little bit like that. Very good. I'm going to go back to the eye control here, and I want to left eye a little bit. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to work on the hair. And if you notice the hair, you can see from the original, if we look at the original, which I'll show you after, you could see all kinds of hair flying around everywhere. What we're going to do here is we're going to bring out some of the coloring in that hair, and now we're going to smooth it so that a lot of the little stragglers kind of get lost a little bit, and it also softens the photo, which is really desirable in portraits. Okay, so we've got that. And where is, here we go. I want to take a little bit of the redness of the cheeks out. And that's good. And let me see if I need anything else for eyes. Brighten the iris. There we go. That's what I want. All right. I'm going to stop the timer, and you're going to see that it took 6.5 minutes at this point to go from here to here, here to here. So as you can see, for under 7 minutes while I was talking to you, you can do a dramatic job at portraits. This is a great program. It's unbelievable. It's available for the Mac and for Windows. And this just can give you a really nice added touch for your portraits. You don't need to know a whole lot about blurring to smooth skin. You don't need to know about selections for the eyes or any of that stuff that Photoshop really requires when you're doing retouching. This pretty much does everything for you. Great job. It's called Portrait Professional, and if you're into photography and especially into portraits, this could be a real good tool for you. So hope this gave you a little insight as to what this can do, and you have a great day.